your first alert forecast from 15 News.
All right, let's get a look at the forecast, and skies are clear as we start off the day. 10 degrees, it's chilly. The wind chill down at 2 in Madison with west-northwesterly wind at 5. Skies are clear across the region. There are some clouds northwest of here, and we'll get into some scattered clouds later this morning and into the afternoon, but still some sun shining through. I think once we hit like 3 o'clock or so, we'll start to probably lean a little more toward mostly cloudy at that point. But temperatures are definitely cold, single digits to around 10 degrees over far southern Wisconsin. The wind northwesterly, in some spots light, in other spots up closer to 10 miles per hour. There's not much gustiness, though. We've lost that. And today is going to be nowhere near as windy as it was yesterday, so that is good news. We do have wind chills, though, and the wind chills in at least a few spots are below 0. Janesville, Monroe, Montello, Camp Douglas, right at 0 in Lone Rock. So we have a clipper located well to the north of here. That is going to move toward the southeast, and it will head across the northern part of the Great Lakes. And we will have a warm front develop and push through, and that warm front will help shift wind. Notice the wind by this afternoon, this 6 p.m., the wind southerly, and that is going to be responsible for bringing in a little more low-level moisture, which will initially lead to an increase in clouds. Secondarily, it will lead to some development of snow. It will be pretty light. A lot of this in the first phases will not make it to the ground. There will be very little during the evening hours. I don't anticipate any major problems during your afternoon or evening commute. I think you'll be in good shape. Overnight, we will pick up some accumulation as some of these bands make their way through. They will all be light, but through the nighttime hours, maybe a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch of accumulation. Then additional accumulation is expected Friday into Friday night and potentially even Saturday morning. And over that extended period, beginning late this afternoon or this evening and continuing into potentially Saturday morning, we're going to pick up accumulation that will amount to an inch to maybe 2 inches through that entire period. I've highlighted tomorrow in red. There may be some slippery spots tomorrow morning. 35, the high 17, 14, then 3, a downward trend. Lows dip below 0 early next week.